the beautiful island of St. Lucia in the southern Caribbean. That's where we are, nestled between the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. Gorgeous mountains, lovely swimming, and of course some fantastic cricket. West Indies women taking on Ireland women in this first T20 international live from the Daren Sammy cricket ground. We just completed the ODI series on the weekend. West Indies won that 2-0, and we start the T20I series tonight with two others to follow later this week. Hello and welcome. It's great to have all of you with us here in beautiful St. Lucia. And of course, I've got to say good afternoon to Stacey Ann King, who not only knows this ground well, you know this opposition very well. Stacey Ann, looking forward?
Afternoon, Alex, and good afternoon to everyone that's joining us. Yes, of course, Ireland, well, of course, we would have played against them a number of times. West Indies, of course, leading when it comes to competing against Ireland. And I think they'll definitely hope to continue throughout the series.
Well, we've had some fireworks already, haven't we, in the ODI series from both sides of the West Indies. Good news, of course, that Stefanie Taylor's back, but what a revelation in terms of Chanel Henry.
Yeah, it was really good to see her back in form. She's talked a lot about consistency, would have scored a maiden half-century in the first ODI and backed it up with another half-century, 50-plus score in that third ODI. So it's really good to see her back and not just, making rash shots as well, really controlling this innings.
Yeah, it does feel a bit like, she's broken down that barrier and who knows what will come next. But there are also some good Irish stories. Spirit thought for Gabby Lewis, who played a tremendously mature, responsible innings in a losing effort.
Yeah, definitely. She's their leading run scorer, Gabby Lewis, and she showed her class in that innings of 95 in the first ODI. A really impressive stuff from her.
Yeah, they'll be relying heavily on her in this T20 international series as well. A player of great character and great ability. We saw her warming up this evening. And look, here they are, getting ready and coming out now. There was a toss a little earlier. West Indies won and decided to have a bowl first. What are your thoughts on that, Stacey Ann King?
I think it's a good decision. There's a lot of weather within the Caribbean at present, so with night coming in.
All right, this is the Ireland 11, and out today is Leah Paul, and Emer Richardson comes back into the side. And of course, Amy Maguire, we saw her make her debut at the ODIs on the weekend, and today she makes her T20 international debut for Ireland.
And for West Indies, well, Munisa comes in. Ashmini Munisa makes her debut today for West Indies women. But again, just using or trying to bring a bit more spin into play, because we would have seen in the ODI spin stood out. So Haley Matthews, Stefanie Taylor. Look out for Williams and Chanel Henry later on in the batting lineup.
Yeah, lovely. Ashmini Munisa, 19 years old. She's from Berbice, Guyana. She actually... this is what they're playing for. This is the two captains with the prize. Both of them will want to get their hands on it at the end of these three T20Is. And we're almost ready to go here. Here's the youngster, the 17-year-old Amy Hunter, will be opening the batting with Gabby Lewis for Ireland. Has a best of 43, knows a bit about it. Would like to get some form in the Caribbean. I don't think we've seen the best of her yet.
And she really hasn't scored just yet for her team, but she's very secure against pace, so she'll be expected to give a good start. Shamila Connell will be opening the bowling for West Indies, has a best of 3 for 14.
Well, it has been a grey and cloudy day all day, but so far we've been spared any of the weather. Just nice cool conditions for the Irish to play some cricket in, and we're ready here for first ball. Amy Hunter off the mark right away.
She's quite secure when she plays against pacers.
That's upfish, but into space. Should run away. It's the first boundary of our match today off the bat of Gabby Lewis, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, just the length of the delivery. Was able to get under it.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Easy breezy, another boundary.
Well, that's not going to do her confidence very much of good, Chanel Henry. That's 2 fours in the over thus far. Just searching for that line and length, but this time in the drive and driven to perfection.
That's aerial. Look, the yells of catch it. Someone's underneath it. Oh, difficult chance. Shabika Gajnabi. Hands to head. It was a tough chance.
Yeah, there was also a chance at a run out at the non-striker end as well.
Reverse, sweet shot. Well, there's no catching that. Absolutely not. Another boundary off the bat of Gabby Lewis.
Well, her eyes are open, bright, Gabby Lewis. And she's playing all her shots with confidence.
Tries the same shot again. Big appeal and given. It's a strike back from Hayley Matthews on the very next ball. Gabby Lewis has gone early.
Yeah, maybe just overconfident there, Gabby Lewis. She's already gotten 9 runs from this over. So was that necessary? She'll be asking herself.
This one's been swung away, leg side. It's gonna be 4 runs. Amy Hunter now picking up the mantle from where Gabby Lewis has left off.
Hunter realizing she missed out on the previous delivery. Cherry-Ann Fraser just angling the ball in, and she's decided to open up her arms and hit that over the vacant leg side area. Results in another boundary for the Irish.
This time she goes straight high, but not far enough. Picks out the fielder, Chanel Henry, at mid-on. Hunter has to go. Almost looked like he took the toe of the bat, Shakira.
And it seems to have held up quite a bit in the wind as well. Ireland batters clearly deciding to take the attack to West Indies in the power play.
This one, she finds the gap square though, scythed away. Will it get to the boundary? It does. So Delaney gets off the mark with a boundary, her first delivery. Good start from the skipper.
And what a way that is to get off the mark.
But advancing is Pendergrass. Fletcher with a bit of work to do. Gets around quite quickly. 2 runs added to the total. So you're seeing this positive intent from the Irish. Would have lost the 2 wickets, but still coming quite hard at the West Indies here. This one's pulled high, top-edged and taken. Rashada Williams, it looks like, at mid-wicket. Comfortable catch. So another almost set Irish batter has to go. The talismanic Orla Pendergrass. Big wicket in the scheme of things for the West Indies.
Oh, just over the both of them. And here's the boundary to finish the over. She's done so well. It's actually 6 now from the over. 12 gone, 67 for 3.
Well, goes to the offside again. And this time, she'll find the boundary. Much needed runs for Ireland. Much needed runs for Richardson.
Richardson walking across and choosing to sweep. Both fielders behind square were in the circle on that occasion.
And she picks up her first wicket in T20 internationals. Ash Mini Munasar, well done.
Really is well deserved. She was very threatening, stayed on the stumps all innings, kept asking the batters to play.
Well, hard, but not impossible. That one is going to find its way into the boundary. A fantastic shot by Stokel.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be hard because they would have been going against the spin, but that one, not spinning as much.
Well, she targets that leg side, but can only find the hands of Shabika Gajnabi, and that is going to be the first wicket for Afi Fletcher.
Deciding to continue to target that leg side. And only manages to find Shabika Gajnabi, but an excellent piece of bowling by Afi Fletcher
as well.
Advances again, this time hit quite sweetly, straight. It's gonna be 6 as well. First 6 of the innings coming in this at the end of the 17th, actually. 18 gone, 97 for 5.
Very cheeky from Arlene Kelly. And picks up another boundary and adds to that total. 100 comes up for the Irish.
She's gone straight and hard again. Once again from Laura Delaney, now starting to find the boundary more regularly.
And almost through the hands of the captain as well. Driven back and driven back firmly.
Go on, Els. Keep going, Els. Catch it!
This one, she just pats back quite tamely to Hayley Matthews. So a quite enterprising innings from Delaney has come to an end. Partnership of 28 ended now. Canning goes high. She picks out the long on fielder though. So she will have to go. Really had no other option, to be honest. Just looking to get bat on ball. Just 2 deliveries remaining now in this innings. Canning departs, 111 for 7. Just the 1 delivery for Louise Little. She advances quite hard down to Gajnabi on the long on boundary. It's going to be just 1 run. The end of the Irish innings. They close on 112 for 7. What do you make of that score, Stacey Ann?
Yeah, I think they'll think to themselves that they could have gotten a bit more. Started pretty well, got some good starts, but all batters just didn't continue. They went quite aggressive, something that we saw in that second ODI as well. Aggressive a bit too early. But kudos to West Indies because their bowlers, well, they've been on point tonight. Both seamers and spinners, they've picked up wickets. And they'll be happy with 112 to chase 112 in 120 balls. Young Munisa, who would have made her debut and picked up her first wicket. Yeah, a few starts from a number of players. Hunter Lewis getting into double figures, but then it was Delaney to the back end of things who really took on the bowlers. Mia Richardson with 22. At the end of their innings, Ireland 112 for 7.
A fantastic bowling performance from the West Indies. Just the 2 extras in this match. Ashmini Munasar on debut. 4 overs, 16 runs, 1 wicket. Remember, on debut, these are the best figures that we would have seen from a debutant since 2017 in this format. So kudos to the young lady, but all-round fantastic performance from the West Indies to restrict the Irish to 112 for 7 from 20 overs. Let's hear from Joel Manning, sideline.
Cap number 50 in women's T20 internationals for the West Indies now belongs to Ashmini Munasar. Ashmini, I see a smile on your face. What's going through your mind right now?
Well, the feeling is unexplainable, but I'm very happy. That's about it. And excited at the same time.
Yeah, when you got that cap from the assistant coach, Ryan Austin, tell me about that moment, what went through your head there?
I was happy, and everyone around me, it was a great feeling because I could just feel the energy and everybody was just clustering in, giving me hugs, tapping me on my head, and I felt awesome.
Yeah, fellow off spinner as well. Any advice that he gave you going into this one?
Yeah, definitely. Coach and I have been working throughout the series, and I've learned quite a lot from him.
Yeah, anything in particular now going into this match? So let's say, before you went out there, anything in particular that helped you out there that he told you?
Yeah, he just said he explained to me angles and how I can control if the ball is doing too much and what's not. Yeah.
Well, talking about control, talking about angles, excellent economy rate, but you picked up your first T20 international wicket as well. Tell me about that moment for you.
I was really happy. As you can see, my celebration, it came from there, and I just felt really good that this was my first international wicket.
Yeah, first of hopefully many to come for you. Looking at total on the board, you reckon that is one that your team could chase down here?
Yeah, totally gettable.
Well, Ashmini, congratulations to you on your first T20 International, 1 for 16. All the best going forward.
Thank you.
So the West Indies women will need 113 runs to win from 120 deliveries. We'll take a short break and we'll be back with the run chase.
First T20 international between West Indies and Ireland. It was meagre returns for the top three, Hunter, Lewis and Prendergast. Captain Laura Delaney and Emer Richardson doing most of the damage, managing 112 for 7 in the end. So Curtly, the wickets tumbled in often.
Lewis was the first to go, that big wicket, courtesy Captain Hayley Matthews. And then good catch as well, Chanel Henry at mid-off. And then Prendergast, another dangerous player, caught at mid-wicket. That was the second wicket for Fraser. And then the Munasar, the debutant, getting her first wicket. And of course, Afi Fletcher got into the act. Gabnaji having a good day in the field. And Captain caught Captain. And then the third wicket for skipper Matthews. Paltry total of 112 for 7.
Yeah, the wickets, they tumbled regularly, really. Cherry Ann Fraser, the pick of the bowlers, picked up 2 and picked up her first ever wicket in a power play of a T20 international. Hayley Matthews with her 3 for 22, always very impactful. None for 11 off Shamilia Connell's 3 overs. She was very economical as well. Right, now time to get some insights from the West Indies camp. Let's join Joel Manning.
I'm alongside a very important person when it comes to selection in West Indies women cricket, the lead selector, Anne Brown-John. And let's talk about this game first of all. What have you made about the West Indies performance in terms of the bowling here today?
Oh, I have been very, very pleased at what I've seen. And I want to specifically talk about Ashwini Munisar. This is her first game. You know, she's coming out of under 19, the under 19 captain. And being able to come into her first international, bowl 4 overs for 16 runs and get 1 wicket. I thought that was fantastic. But overall, I thought we had a good bowling performance. We have been able to limit the Irish team, and I'm hoping that we'll just be able to take it on from there.
You mentioned the under-19s that are here featuring now, and there's actually an under-19 tournament that started in Trinidad as well. When you look at the young cricketers, what are some of these signs that you're hoping to see?
Well, you would realize that we have started to integrate some of those young cricketers into the senior team, because what we have been seeing from them is exactly what we have been looking for. We have seen a group of young players who have started to progress, who have started to develop, who have started to mature. So you see that we have a number of them here. And you would have seen Zeta James was opening, etc. Unfortunately, those who are here are not able to play in the under-19 tournament in Trinidad. It started today. Well, there was a lot of rain, so just 1 game was able to be played. But we are hoping that we will continue to be able to get young, developing players out of that under-19 tournament.
Let's bring it back towards the West Indies senior women's setup. We just had a recent ODI series. They won it 2-love. What were some of the boxes as a selector that they ticked off for you?
Well, again, as a selector, for me, it was important for us to start to merge the senior players and the younger ones. And we were able to do that very, very good during this tournament. We were able to get the team scoring very high scores. In the first match, we went to almost 300. This is something that we have not done in quite a while. So we were able to tick that box. And we were able to get a series win, which we have been lacking for some time. So basically, we are seeing that the players are going in the right direction, and we think we could only go upwards from here.
Well, Anne, I know it's been some time since you've been on the field, but how much do you miss being out here in the action of it all?
Not at all. Now it's in the night. Other than that, it's in the day. I don't miss the hot sun.
Well, Anne, thank you so much for your time, and hopefully the girls out there can make you proud tonight.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys.
Nice work. Really good to hear from Anne Brown-John. Superb stuff. And she was very pleased, she said, with that. Particularly Ashmini Munisar's returns today. Those figures for Ashmini Munisar, the most economical astronomical by a West Indies bowler on T20I debut since 2017. So currently 1 for 16 off her 4.
Very, very good going by her. She looked to be in good control, no signs of nerves, and I'm quite happy for her. And that's a great start to her career, and we can all hope that she gets stronger as she go forward and have a long and fruitful career.
All right, Hayley Matthews is the opening bat. No surprise there. #1 T20I all-rounder in the world, and she's opening for the West Indies. Stefanie Taylor not out there with her. Just had a little bit of a feeling and awareness in her hamstring, so she was taken off. And so opening with her is Rashada Williams. This is Ava Canning with the ball for Ireland. 13 matches, an average of 22, an economy of 4.16. 2 for 5, her best figures.
Come on. You ready? Might be able to hustle one in here, yeah? Might be able to hustle one in here.
Another Jamaican, Rashada Williams, like Stefanie Taylor. An opportunity for her to open with the captain this evening.
Come on, girls, come on.
And apart from the opportunity, it's only 113 to get. Not a big total by any means.
Canning starting with a wide on the pavilion end. Dyton Butler with the signal.
Come on, Ace, come on.
Flashed at that, Matthews. Being chased down, and they'll pick up a couple there to end the over. 1 over gone, West Indies 7 without loss. Oh, some confusion. There's some confusion here. She's got to run back. Oh, direct hit. Should be gone, and she's gone. Well, she can't believe it. She looks to the heavens, but Rashada Williams, in confusion, got stranded and will have to make the long walk back.
A little bit too ambitious, I reckon, for Rashada Williams. The single was never on. It was always going to be a dangerous attempt of a single.
This one's a bit too short though. Will it get to the boundary? It will. So Ghaznabi picks up her first boundary of her innings, moving on to 10 now. Good bit of batting from the young lady.
Yeah, really well played. She got inside the line of the ball and just worked it to the right of Arda Prendergast at Sharpman wicket. That one just teasing Prendergast. But her first boundary, and that will give her some confidence. She moves on to 10.
Swing and a miss, and Ghaznabi just edges out of her crease. And West Indies now lose their second.
She got hold of that one, Chanel Henry. When she gets hold of it, it goes all the way. Second boundary of the innings.
It's that easy power once again, especially through the offside. She favors the offside, got the length that she liked, quite full in her half.
Well, all the way down. How's that? Well, she's slammed her hands down. It looks like she's gone. Well, these runouts keep happening. West Indies have lost another.
Another via the run-out route.
Looks like it's going up to the third umpire.
Yeah, he did. Umpire Butler did signal for the third umpire.
Chanel Henry looks convinced.
Yeah, she's gone.
And it's out, given by Dyton Butler. Chanel Henry knew that. Amy Maguire. Threw her hands at this. Hayley Matthews got away with it. A frustrated boundary off the bat of the captain.
Yeah, very good batting though from Hayley Matthews there, using the depth of the crease quite well.
Fair decision in the end. Back over the bowler's head off the bat of the captain for another boundary. That is more Hayley Matthews-esque.
And it has been a high traffic area actually in this match. You think back to Laura Delaney's innings, hit quite a few straight back down the ground. No fielders in that position.
Oh no, and she's taken quite easily. A comfortable catch in the end to dismiss the captain. Well, she looks very disappointed.
Yeah, looks like Emma Richardson there taking what is a pretty crucial catch in the circumstances.
Zeta James on strike. Big appeal off the first ball and given. Well, Arlene Kelly's trapped her, the youngster, and she goes first ball.
She looks absolutely bewildered. She looks amazed. Not sure if she got a little inside edge on that one. Let's see that one again. No, actually looked wicket. Between wicket and wicket, Zeta James has to go. Gone.
Elegant. Very elegant from Afi Fletcher. First touch. Pick up a couple. Oh, it looks like they're running for the third. They'll get 3.
Very well run there by Shemaine Campbell, pushing Afi Fletcher back for that third.
Well, a much needed boundary, and this will ease the pressure for the West Indies ladies.
Exactly what the Irish couldn't afford.
Improvisation from Afi Fletcher. A really good shot. Where did that come from? Picks up a boundary, a much needed boundary to release some of this pressure.
She's perhaps the best player of shots like this in this West Indies setup. She practices this more often than any other shot.
And she's bowled. A swing and a miss, and Amy Maguire makes the breakthrough for Ireland.
And this is her maiden T20 international wicket. And what a time for that wicket to come, breaking the crucial partnership. Good leading bowler for the Irish so far. 3 for 17 she has for 3 overs.
Yeah, swing, and it just beats the fielder backward point. The fielder's a giving chase. Very good fielding effort. West Indies get 2 runs. Yeah, swing and a miss beats both wicketkeeper and batter. They run 1, they come back for 2. They're looking for the third. Fraser will have to dive, but the umpire has put up the dreaded finger. Fraser does not get there in time. West Indies, is this required? I don't think so.
West Indies clearly panicking. No need to come back for that third run, Stace. Looks
and Cara Murray to bowl the final over. 7 runs required from 6 balls. Shakira Salma, no, you cannot get out there. We need you in here.
Come on, T, come on.
I wish I could be out there now, Stace. They set up for an exciting final over. 7 runs required for 6 deliveries.
And will they run? They muster through. It's a throw to the non-strikers end, but Shamila Connell, well, she gets there safely. Like signaled by the umpire. But most importantly, Shemaine Campbell is on strike.
3 fielders out on the leg side. Deep square, deep mid wicket, long on, and 4th boundary fielder on the cover boundary. Where does Murray go?
Yeah, swing from and Campbell doesn't make connection.
How often have we seen this? Another full toss served up to a West Indian batter, and they fail to make contact. Good contact. 5 from 4. Deep square comes into the circle, long off back on the boundary for Cornell.
There's an appeal, there's an appeal. And the finger goes up from umpire Jacqueline Williams. And Cara Murray, well, she strikes from a straight delivery to Shamila Connell.
Another swing and a miss from Connell. Appeal for LBW. And Jacqueline Williams obliges. The dreaded finger raised. Connell goes for 1 from just 6 deliveries. West Indies 108 for 8, needing 5 from 3. And more importantly, Shameen Campbell is not on strike.
Well, the debutante, Ashmini Munasar, well, she makes her way out to the middle. She joins her countrywoman, Shameen Campbell, in the middle. West Indies need 5 from 3.
Sure, Campbell is saying make contact.
A brilliant shot, brilliantly played through the offside. They run 1, they run 2.
Oh, that's a poor delivery from Murray. Debutante. First delivery at her and you bowled it short and wide. She couldn't have wanted a better delivery first ball, but good composure shown by the under-19.
Yeah, agreed fully. The seniors didn't seem to know what to do, so let's hope that the under-19 player, Ashmini Munasar, captain of the West Indies under-19 team, does she have it? Yeah, they scamper through for a single. A dive in the end, and a very good dive by young Munasar. Two now required to win from 1 delivery. But a reminder, if West Indies get 1 run, then we go to a super over. The good thing from a West Indies perspective, Shameen Campbell is on strike.
Let's take a look at the field. She wants to get this ball on target at the stumps. Cara Murray, 3 out on the leg side. Fielders on the boundary just easing off to save those 2 runs.
Yeah, it's a wide delivery. Confirmation from the umpire, so scores are level. Cara Murray, what have you just done?
How could you? How could you? She's been so good, just overthinking it. And giving West Indies that run, scores are level. Just 1 run to win. All the fielders coming in. Deliberation.
And you could understand why she opted to try and bowl wider of Shameen Campbell. Her strength so far has been pulling into the leg side.
1 fielder on the boundary, 1 from 1.
A swing from Campbell, but they plan to just run this through. And West Indies, they've made it through Shameen Campbell and Ashmini Munasar. And West Indies, well, it was a bit of worry, but they have now won this first match.
And they will be thanking Cara Murray for that wide. But relief on the face of Shameen Campbell. She played the vice captain's knock, raised her hand as a senior player. You have to feel for the Ireland women. They fought a valiant fight. They made West Indies work very hard. West Indies eventually winning by 2 wickets. And what a game we had here tonight.
Yeah, she'll be very disappointed, Cara Murray. Again, every time these 2 teams meet, it's always coming down to something very interesting, something spectacular.
Looks as though Stephanie Taylor was padded up. Laura Delaney consoling Cara Murray. Tough pill to swallow. She was good throughout, and she did bring the Irish back into the game. Got that crucial wicket of Shamilia Connell in her final over. But that wide made the difference.
All smiles, the West Indies woman. Two contrasting emotions. And Cara Murray, she'll know where she went wrong. But this was the winning moment for West Indies. Shemaine Campbell swinging into the leg side. Didn't matter where it went. Just knew and committed to running that single off the final ball.
Pumps her fist, Shemaine Campbell. Vice captain seeing her team across the lane. Smiles and high fives all around for West Indies. Smiling no, but they will know that they made this much harder than it really needed to be. They were in control of the game. Captain Hayley Matthews struggled to 37, and once she got out, it became difficult, much more difficult going for West Indies. Afi Fletcher with a very brave 19, but importantly, Shemaine Campbell, 14 not out, seeing her team across the line with young Ashmini Munisar on debut.
And Ireland, on the other hand, and 3 wickets to Arlene Kelly. 1 apiece for Amy Maguire, debutante, and Cara Murray. But those extras, again, it's an area of concern for Ireland. 113 for 8 in 20 overs. West Indies eventually getting over the line. Well, if you're now joining us, this is where things stand. The first of 3 T20 internationals between West Indies and Ireland. West Indies won the toss and opted to have a bowl first. And Ireland batting on 112 for 7 in their 20 overs. Delaney standing out with 34 from 36. And Matthews standing out with the bowling 3 for 22. In reply, West Indies 113 for 8. Matthews, captain, standing out with 37 from 42. And they eventually win by 2 wickets.
Here's the MasterCard priceless moment of the match. It was young West Indies off spinner Ashmini Munisar being presented her cap by the assistant coach Ryan Austin. And boy, what a debut it was for her. Taking 1 for 16 from her 4 overs. Lots of hugs. Wicket taken at short square. Richardson, and look at the smiles. What a debut by the West Indies on the 19 captain. And she was also there at the very end. Crucial 2 runs from her first ball. And she saw the team across the lane.
Well, this is Ireland's first home series, series in the West Indies. They've lost the ODIs. West Indies have won the ODIs, and now into the T20s. West Indies taking the first of 3. The second one is on Thursday, and the third is on Saturday. And now, time for the presentations. Alex Jordan, where are you?
Well, here I am, Stacey Ann King. It's time to welcome all of you to the first presentation of the first T20 International between the West Indies women and Ireland women. It's the end of match presentation, and of course we'd like to thank all of the sponsors who've been involved and without whom this does not happen. So thank you so much to CG United, thank you to MasterCard, and of course thank you to Blue Waters. First up, I would like to invite the losing captain, and today that is Ireland's Laura Delaney, to come and have a word. Laura, commiserations. It couldn't have been any closer. What are your feelings? Where do you think you can let this one go?
Yeah, obviously this one's going to sting a little bit more than the other losses that we've had out here because we came so close. I think it shows the potential within the side. West Indies are ranked 6th, we're ranked 10th, and to bring it down to the last over is a positive for us, but there are definitely areas that we need to improve on. I know I spoke about the extras in the last ODI and again 16 today, and it's hard to defend a score like that when you're playing against a side like that with 16 extras. So that's one area that we're definitely going to look at, and building partnerships. We struggled with that. I thought everyone came out and batted with intent, but we want to have a few big partnerships. I think that's how we're going to win games.
You batted pretty well. You got to be pleased with that, and a really good run from Arlene Kelly.
Yeah, Arlo has been brilliant with the ball, as has Ava. Look, I would have liked to have scored more runs and maybe gone a higher strike rate, but as a team, I think we're giving it 100%. It's a very young side, and hopefully we'll bounce back and give a really good performance in the next game.
We saw you have a quiet word there with Cara Murray at the end. What did you say to her?
Look, it's a really tough position to be in. Someone's going to come off. It's either going to be the batting team or it's going to be the bowling team. The only thing that you can control is your routine and your processes at the top of the mark, and just staying fully committed to that. And she did a brilliant job. It's a hard one to take on, and she gave it 100%, and we're right behind her.
Thanks, Laura. Commiserations.
Thank you so much.
That's Laura Delaney, the Ireland captain. I would like now to invite Miss Rosaline Préville, who is 3rd Vice President of St. Lucia National Cricket Association with responsibility for women's cricket, to bring the prize for the player of the match today. She's got a lovely plaque. Good evening. And for the player of the match, for a good knock and her 3-foot, Hayley Matthews. I'll let you guys get a little photo up there with the beautiful plaque. Thank you, Ms. Préville. Hayley, congratulations as player of the match. First thing, a word on your own performance.
Yeah, I think obviously going out there to bowl first, just try to keep it really tight and managed to pick up a couple wickets at the end of the innings as well, and then heading out there to bat. I know I was going to have to try and stand out there and bat for a long time. Struggled a bit, I think, within the middle, but yeah, glad the girls were able to get us over the line.
Yeah, you did look a bit hesitant and you looked really annoyed when you got out.
Yeah, obviously those are the kind of games that you kind of want to stay there as long as you can and take it home, especially as captain. So yeah, I was pretty frustrated when I did get out in the end, especially seeing that was just when I was starting to pick up. But at the same time, I think it gave rain for Afi Fletcher to come in and play her beautiful knock that she did. Watching her and the way she bats, just so funky and unique, and she's found a way to get better at it every day. So just great seeing the girls go out there and do that at the end.
Talk to me a bit about the running between the wickets. There were a couple run-outs and there was a couple confusions, really.
Yeah, I think, look, kudos to the Irish girls who were kind of on their toes for the whole game. But yeah, a bit of miscommunication from us. But just one of those things that we kind of got to look to improve as we go further in the series.
Great news in terms of your debutante, Ashmini. She was awesome.
Yeah, she was great today. I think all of us kind of watching her in the nets and throughout the regional tournament knew she was going to be something special, and to see the way that she came out and bowled today, I think even the ball that she came out and batted, punching that first one for 2-3 extra cover, yeah, just really, really happy to see, and obviously a special moment for her today. So yeah, I was really happy when I got to see Minnie hit the winning runs and her just run off during the bat in the air. So that was a pretty special moment for the entire team, and even more so for her.
And any word on staff, how she's feeling?
No, nothing yet. Still got to wait on medical, but hopefully not too bad, and she's ready for the next game, hopefully.
All right, I can't let you go without asking you what you think you need to improve. It was a nail biter. You gave the crowd here a thriller, but I know there'll be stuff you want to work on.
Yeah, for sure. I think, look, we bowled pretty well, but when it came down to the batting department, we did face way too many dot balls, myself included. So as batters, we definitely need to try and go back and look at areas we can improve on, such as those dot balls, and try to rotate the strike a bit more, something we've been saying for a long time now, but obviously they need to find a way to do that.
All right, well, congratulations, Hayley Matthews, on your player of the match and also on winning this first T20I against Ireland.
Thank you.
Well, to summarise, Ireland making 112 in their 20 overs, 112 for 7. West Indies in reply, 113 for 8, winning by 2 wickets. All thrilling action today. In 2 days' time, we do it all again. So join us then for the action. And thanks for coming, and goodbye.